Yes, wonderful people. Welcome back to the Righteous Sinner podcast. Yes, as we try to end the series in Black History Month, we want to take a look at the disparity between the educated black woman and her uneducated spouse. Why most black women marry down. College educated black women are least likely to have a well educated spouse. Let me repeat that. The college educated black woman is least likely to have a well educated spouse. So, in most cases where the black woman finds herself with her degrees, she is relegated to marrying someone below her stature. And this is not one that we like to talk about. But when you check any other race, the most educated in that race get to pick the greatness of the litter. Meaning that most well educated white women will marry a well educated white man. Most well educated Asian women will marry a well educated Asian man, and so on and so on and so on. The well educated Indian woman will marry a well educated Indian man. But for some reason, the black women are stuck with us, these less educated Negroes. Well, myself, I'm married to a very educated woman, and no, I'm not educated. I've been to school, I did some things. I could lie about my credentials, but today I won't. Maybe next time I'll lie about my credentials. But as for this story, no degree, and I don't work in the realms of high society. So I'm one of those poor Negroes who married. I'm not married. Who's involved with a spouse that is more educated. So, in the interest of fairness, where does that leave the rest of us, black men? What does it say about us? And what does it say for us? What does it say for the black woman and the future of the black race? And if it wasn't for her marrying down, where would that leave us as a society, as a people, or as a race? So let's congratulate the black woman for sticking around. In most cases, she didn't have to. She could have moved on and done better things, but she settled for you Negroes. So, yes, this is what we're discussing today. This may be a series because there's so much to talk about in just this one topic. It's just a lot of ways to go about this. So, yeah, where do we start? A recent social mobility memo of the Brookings Institute indicates that a large percentage of black women with college degree remain unmarried because they seek to only wed black educated men, right? Single black female, BA, seek educated husband. Race, assortative, mating, and inequality. Published April 9. Offers that the current trend of assortative mating in the US, choosing a spouse with a similar education background, is less available to college educated black women. You hear that? They can't find any viable spouse. Black men are the second least likely to earn a college degree. Yes, after Latina men, and black women are least likely to marry out across racial lines. Therefore, if interracial marriage is not an option, the potential for a college educated spouse decreases. 49% of college educated black women are well educated men compared to 84% of college educated white women, using a 5-year estimate for the 2008 to 2012 Waves of American Community Survey. The author examined race gaps in marriage patterns. So let's stop there and let's discuss. So essentially, what this is saying, that the black woman is the least likely to marry outside of her race. Yes, she is the last person to look outside of her race for a spouse. While these Negroes, as soon as they get a come up, a foot up, they're looking to greener pastures. But the black woman is so loyal that with the marketplace being as it is for marriage, she is still hopeful that she'll find a suitable mate. And why shouldn't she get a qualified husband? She have earned everything that she have got or gotten. She's earned these degrees. She's earned these credentials. And in the meantime, where were you? What have you been doing, Negro? Why haven't you been up to par? Why have you been lacking, Negro? What's your excuse, Negro? So, where does this leave us? The black woman refused to move on from her black race. She is the savior. She is the black savior, right? In the meantime, these Negroes have no problem finding someone outside of their race to lavishly spend on, or to marry, or to floss, or to trick on. The black woman will patiently wait for that right moment. But where does that leave us? Where does that leave us as a people? Where does that leave us as a race? Because we see that the Asian woman is the most likely to marry outside of her race, and the Asian man is the most likely to marry outside of his race. So that means for all these educated Negroes that are looking for that come up, that brighter, lighter pasture, there's easy pickings out there. So we are fucked. We are doomed, whatever way you take it. So the only way to correct this, to rectify this, is to find an even match for the black woman. Does the black man have time to catch up? Is he going to spend 4 years, 6 years to get a degree? And by then, will he still want to marry his black woman? What does this say about us as a people? If it wasn't for the black woman, where would we be? Black woman and interracial marriage. Let's get into that. In his 2011 book, Is Marriage for White People?